You see, I'm hoping that would just be the generic thumbnail because that's what my camera was pointed on when I hit record. I don't actually know how it does these things though, but hello everybody. I did the regular video that was way too long, but it's almost an hour, I think, and and kind of the beginning, pretty early on, I flashed a bunch of personal information. So I'm redoing, not really redoing. I'm just kind of doing like a quick. Lenny got to see the video. That's what matters. But yeah, Lenny sent me a bunch of cool stuff, included in which is this beautiful Lily sticker, which I need to know how y'all do that. I need a long-winded badger-style comment in the comment section. And then he has bequeathed me some Lord Kodiak tokens as well. I'm going to just assume, I'm going to be friendly to myself and assume it's on behalf of Lord Kodiak. Oh, the camera's not, the camera hasn't even been pointed at anything. Oh, God. I can't breathe. Oh my God. I'm dying. The dogs are scared. Oh man, I'm literally, where's my fingers at? Can you see that? I'm literally crying. If you were here, it's funnier. Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna I'm gonna move on. Oh, I hope it's as funny to you all. It can't be because there's elements that you're unaware of. But oh my God, that's funny. Oh man, it's making me think. One time in Iraq, this is something too. This is one of those stories that I won't be able to not. I'm in process of telling it, and when it's done, it's like, yeah, you had to be there. It's not worth telling, but I did. I'm trying to remember the exact name. I was in Iraq, and I was hanging out with my squad leader, and somehow we got something Olympic curling, like ice curling, where they slide the little thing. And then next thing you know, we're on Google image of a blind Olympic curling team. And they were all like stood up on bleachers, like a typical team photo, And in the back top right corner, second to last guy was just facing off the completely wrong direction. And I laughed so hard at that. I earned a place in hell, even though it was an innocent laughter. Because what was killing me is like nobody told him. Why wouldn't anybody tell him? Why wouldn't you just go anyway? But yeah, I got a couple of great Lily stickers, which is nice because I want them in more than one place. I want one in like a fixed position, and then then one on a box that would potentially travel with me. And that's also Lord Kodiak on the off chance you see that. That is pretty sweet graphic. Uh, I know we've like crossed paths in the comments. We're not real familiar with each other, but if I haven't told you before, I like that. Again, you guys gotta fill me in on that process. How do you do that? And then I got some poker chips, and I love these. Like, I could probably talk for 5 minutes because I can talk about anything for a long time. But y'all, I just really, really enjoy and appreciate, especially like coin. I mean, I know they're poker chips, but in my mind, they're coins. You know, I love coins. Hold on 1 sec. I have to stand up. It's just barely out of arm's reach, but listen to that sound. Well, oh, okay, there's my problem. I got an off-size one, and I still can't do it. That's just, I love that. I don't know what it is. It's the same thing that's pleasing about locks to me. I could do that for a while. I love them tokens, dude. Yeah, again, tokens, coins. It's all still in my mind. It all registers as the same thing. And I got some dice that I absolutely love, and I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate into my lock picking somehow. That's stuff like that. That's my favorite thing about lock picking is I actually wanted to collect locks since I was kind of like a young teenager, but in my mind I couldn't figure out any kind of purpose other than just having them to display, and so I couldn't. I don't know. It was weird. And lock picking, it just, you know, it makes it all work and stuff. So I'm currently trying to figure out some way that I can make these work to just carry these around with me all the time. Because those are pretty sweet. I'm a big fan of dice too. I'll spare you all, but somewhere behind me, I do happen to randomly have a shit ton of dice. I got into Warhammer for a little bit. But yeah, he also, and this is sweet, I'm using it now. God bless its little heart. Tiny Hammer got replaced as the I don't know what you'd call that. I apologize. You might get spooked. Might be a little bit of a pop noise here in a second. I got some pizza in the toaster. But I love this lock, man. I actually like it. The looks of it, you know, it's kind of like it's a 6835, and it's kind of like, ow, traitor. It's like a Master Lock 1100 basically, but I can't quite exactly put my finger on what it is, but I like this better than the 1100. I really do. I like the shackle being a little smaller. I like short shackles for some reason too. I would like one that only stood up about that tall, like just enough to be able to open and close. I think would be pretty cool too. But I love this thing, man, and that's the straight up, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? For lack of a better word, copyrighted construction yellow. You know what I mean? Like that's the color they paint things, you know? Like a piece of equipment or something. I love that. That color is my whole childhood and a decent part of my later life. I love these things, man. I think I actually mentioned a couple times, or at least once or so, in his comments, how much I thought of that lock. I thought how cool, you know. Basically everything I just said. I'm trying not to repeat myself word for word because I will. You have to watch me. What have I done with everything? No, okay. Right there in front of me. It's more organized than it looks. Oh, and right here. That's what I'm currently working on. It's West 916, but it doesn't have a key, so I can't, I can't look at the answer to the puzzle. But yeah, I reckon I'm gonna pick this thing real quick. I'm gonna turn the tool over. I don't want to scratch it. I love this thing, man. I'm sorry, this probably isn't a very entertaining video, but I don't know. I just thought that was pretty cool of him to just randomly send me out some pretty sweet stuff. I'm waiting to hear on what kind of not lock. I've already got the lock body and everything in mind, but I want to make him. I either want to send him just a lock that he'd like, or alter the lock. Repin it, and I'm waiting to hear what level of deviousness he would like to take place inside the Bible of that thing. So I'm blanking out. It feels like there was something. All right. Anyway, here we go. Hmm. For a second, I couldn't really feel anything, and I think like I've been used to real deep keyways lately, and I think I was just in the very back of the lock, just fishing around at nothing. Yeah, I think I'm oversetting stuff. This thing is trickier than I give it credit for. I can't tell if that needs to go higher up or if I'm oversetting it. Same thing right there. I can't tell if I slipped off the edge of it or if it's set. I think it's set though. No, it's overset. I think I need. Oh man, excuse me. I think I need a little drink of water and a pick that's got a little bit more stiffness to it. I think that pointed hook might just, it's just not quite enough. Like it wants, that's the downside of those. I love those because they give me the clearest picture of what's inside, but then they want to like jut off, and just slide around the tip of the key pin, and it'll give you a lot of false feedback too, because when it pops off, it'll sound like a pin clicking a lot. So I guess this could be a good beware video of the profile that I constantly brag on in the comment section, because there are downsides for sure. Okay. You see though, as little feedback as I get after that. Not so much feedback, but as little resistance as I get. See, this is that's too high. Yo, I can't believe I'm having this hard of a time. Like, no disrespect to the lock. But I've picked this before. I need to gut it now because I want to know what's inside. I think there's more standard pins probably than I'd like to admit. I'm trying to remember. I feel like it had a false set. A little bit of one anyway. So I think there's at least one spool in there. But yeah, so number one is 5, number 2, 5, 3, 4. It's number 5 here. It's such a weird sound. It's not a click. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm catching warding for anyone who. Yeah, I'm putting that through the. I'm ashamed. Wait a second. Is that the hook? Was I using a minute ago? I don't really think it much matters. It's not. It's not on the pick that I'm using. It's really not anything to do with that. It's on me. I'm having trouble right now this morning. I'm not sure why exactly, but it's my fault, whatever it is. Son of a bitch. Goodbye. Dude, I, I don't know if okay, don't kill each other. Hey, Daisy. Hey, honey, what you doing? What you doing, Daisy? Yeah. Yeah, you're the pretty girl. Well, my neighbor's bloodhound is here, and she's tore all to pieces. What's wrong, honey? Is you? Oh no, she just want to lay down. She's cold and wet, so she went and jumped in my bed just now. God bless her heart. Man, 20 minutes long. Yeah, I'm sorry. I do videos the same way that I talk. I can't do it quickly. It's a long process or nothing. I'm trying to decide whether just to redo this or not. Okay. And right there, that does get tight. Okay. So that was a set, not slipping off. See, like, I'm confident that that click is it being overset. And I can't get the key pin to come back down. But then everything else in there just feels like mush. Oh, Master Lock, you are a genius. Now the fourth key pin is no longer present in there. You know what would probably open this up? Some blaster. It may just be a mental thing, but I find that usually yeah, look how hard I'm lifting up on that. That usually when I find myself struggling like this, and I just can't quite figure out why or exactly what it is. See, that's hanging right there on that first. That is set. So what's going on with the rest of this? Yeah, I do declare. This is one of those. This is one of those major frustration moments, for sure. And oh no, I don't know where my little red straw is from my blaster can. And this is one time that I can confidently say that it absolutely has nothing to do with the fact that I'm picking on camera. The camera stand's not throwing me off. The angle, all that. I actually haven't been paying enough attention. So I hope this failure has been like, clearly recorded at least. I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on in here. I didn't have like, hold on a sec. I had a little bit of a fumbling around when I first got it, but not really too big of a deal. And I blind picked it when I first had it. Ideally, I should probably let that dry, but I'm on, you know what I really want to use at this point, because I'm starting to get my feelings hurt? I guess that's, I was going to say number 31 multi-pick. But, of course, I don't know where that's at. That's another number 6. Here we go. Here's a 30. That's 31. I think that right there is probably one of the best lock picks that's ever been made. But I'm actually starting to wonder too that the number 6 is probably even better for this. All that, and I'm gonna just toss it. But look at that. Look at that. Did y'all witness that? I went into the number 6 and I did one of the deep and then plop, false set. Blaster. Get some. Oh yeah. Works like a pro. It's the blaster spray, baby. That's what I say. There's a lot of you out there that are getting really frustrated and questioning yourselves. Well, I say a lot, and I know like 20 people, and there's like a very small percentage of those. But still, I do see it, and every time I'm thinking, it's blaster. I guarantee you, that's all you. That's the only thing that's actually between you and opening that thing. It's some blaster spray. It has nothing to do with what you're doing or blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Because like I said, no disrespect to the lock, but I'm a better picker than that. You know what I mean? And I am having trouble. Everybody has struggles, but shouldn't have been struggling like that, man. That was wild. I'm in a false set now. Here's where I will drop the ball. Definitely has spools in it. There we go. I hope that was visible there because I feel fucking vindicated. Lenny, you son of a bitch. So, dude, if you make it this far, because it's probably painful to watch, I know. But if you did make it this far, oh, you know what would actually been good in there? That guy right there. And you can get one of these from free from that one wild man with the door locking tips. Oh, dude, right here in front of me, too. Look, right there. There's a short round hook. 20 thousandths. That would have been great for that keyway also. Goodbye. What was that? Goodbye, everybody. The first thing I was trying to use was this, which is a covert instrument short hook. It was one of my first ones I got, and then that was my take on a European hook. If you make it this far in this painful video, tell me what you want for guts in that thing. Meaning, in reference to the lock that I'm going to send to you. Would you like 5 pins? Would you like 6 pins? We can probably do 7. Actually, there's one I can do 8. We can go up to 8 pins. We're going to do 8 pins. So what kind of security pins do you want for your 8-pin lock? As of right now, standard, it is spools. Every single driver in the lock 1 through 8 is spool pins. And then you can actually have a pretty good choice of bidding as well. Or I could even alter an existing key to give you just hold on, that's the wrong. No, it's not. There they are. Hell yeah. That's one time looking through the camera paid off. So there's the different biddings. And some of those are like very, very low looking. I will give you one clue. There is no lift pins on any of those. Maybe one. I can't remember. If it was, it'd be that guy, I guess. But yeah, then there's some taller keys. You know what I'm saying? Like this one is pretty high across the board, so that could be altered to do a low, low, high, real low, so that high, you know. And then we can put some crazy stuff. I might even have a couple rattlesnake pins I would be willing to part with. Just need to know what you're looking for. But yeah, I absolutely do love this thing. I think this side is prettier than that side. Makes me think of home more too. And the shackle is the perfect size. Oh, right in there. I'm going to go ahead and just shut that manually. So I said I was going to gut that, but I know what's inside of it now. I don't know what I did the first time I picked that. I must have just, I guess the lack of lube in it played in my favor when I first picked it, because I managed to pick it the first time around. It was like click, 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 4 clicks, then a false set, and then that last pin opened it up. A lot like a good old 1100. And then that time, first pin is possibly a standard. It could be the bottom of a spool pin or a serrated pin, but the interaction it provides is equivalent to a standard driver pin. And then 2, 3, 4, 5 is all spool pins. It's a fun lock. Absolutely. The color though is not the same. Like I'm looking at it, one eye on the lock, one eye on the camera, and it's like that looks a little more true to color there. Whole different color on screen though, but I really, really enjoy that thing, and that's its forever home now. Right there. It works good too, man, for real. Because the tiny hammer was awesome, because it's always great to have a tiny hammer close by. It comes in really, really, really handy a lot. Stuff like that. I don't know if I'm ever going to get into that saying. But yeah, that's sweet. The thing with the tiny hammer falls out, and it's long, even though I cut a piece of it off. I cut about that much of it off because it keeps hitting the table, but you can't really spin real fast with tiny hammer. Tiny hammer. All right, everybody. That's my short video to say thank you and show off some stickers and some poker chips in a single lock. It took me 35 minutes. Wow. Also, here's these. This one glows in the dark. That was in the original video too. Ta-ta. Yep. All right. Goodbye, everybody.